For the last layer we should add 5 centimetres or 2 inches of soil to prevent the top layers flying away in case of strong winds. Aftercare, attending to the compost pile. The compost pile will reach an ideal temperature of around 60 degrees Celsius. This will kill most pathogens and weed seeds. The centre of the heap should get very warm, possibly hot enough to burn a bare hand. When the high temperature of the pile begins to drop, the pile should be turned. To turn the pile, 1 or 2 labourers should manually dig out the compost and then build back the pile. Adding water at this time helps keep the pile damp. If the pile is turned once a month, it takes about 3 months for the heap to be ready. When all the material has turned into a consistent dark brown, nearly black, rich smelling and crumbly matter, it is ready to use. Microorganisms involved in the composting process. The composting process is carried out by different classes of microbes. They are actinomycetes, centipedes, millipedes, protozoa, bacteria, fungi and earthworms. Understanding the process factors in the compost pile. Particle size. The smaller the size of the particles of organic material used in the compost pile, the greater is the surface area available for attack by the microorganisms. If the particle size is very large, the composting reaction will then proceed slowly or may stop altogether. If required, chop biomass before integrating them into the compost pile. Nutrients and CN ratio. The ingredients placed in the pile should contain 25 to 30 times as much carbon as nitrogen. In other words, much more carbon-rich matter is needed. Straw, dry leaves, coconut fibre, old biodegradable roof material like thatched roof and wooden chips. Against less nitrogen-rich substances, green grass, kitchen waste, green leaves, poultry manure and cow dung. The simplest method of adjusting the CN ratio is to mix together different materials of high and low carbon and nitrogen contents. Moisture. All organisms require water for life. For practical purposes, the materials should be as damp as a squeezed out sponge. It is sufficient to wet the mixture and the ingredients initially, and when necessary until the composting process is achieved. Aeration. An adequate supply of air to all parts of a compost heap is essential to provide oxygen for the organisms at work. Aeration is achieved by the natural movement of air into the heap and by turning the heap once a month. Good compost is an important part of agricultural practices. Compost provides essential nutrients for plant growth, and its organic acids make nutrients in the soil readily available to plants. It is essential for good, economical agricultural yield. It prevents soil erosion, neutralizes toxins, holds precious moisture, releases essential nutrients, and feeds the microbiotic life of the soil.